Hey everyone, I'm Darkwater, and welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. So last time, well, nothing happened at all. Well, except, Hisao and Emmy, played some chess together, and wound up naked several times. Moving on. So now they're going to go see the nurse after a bit of exercise, and yeah. So let's go into it, I suppose. As we make our way up to the nurse's office, I notice that Emmy keeps shifting uncomfortably in her seat. Oh yeah, and Emmy's in a wheelchair. So, God, this feels weird. Good thing I'm in the wheelchair, Hisao. Why's that? Because now I don't have to explain to the nurse why I'm walking funny. Oh. We are never doing this again. Jeez. Emmy. The nurse is at least kind enough to not comment on the marks that Emmy left on my shoulders. Nor does it say a word about Emmy's constant shifting around in her wheelchair. Either he didn't notice or he didn't want to notice. All the same, I'm going to have to make sure he didn't slip cyanide into my medication for a little while. Just to be safe. Good idea. I shower for longer than usual just to be sure I'm clean of our little experiment, and then collapse on my bed. Class is in 20 minutes, so I can probably afford a nap. Oh, sure. Take a nap. Why not? Knock, knock. Who's there? Knock, knock. Knock, knock who? That's not how the joke goes at all. Knock, knock. I already said who's there. Did you? More importantly, what time is it? Even more importantly, what day? I'm suddenly catapulted into wakefulness by both the fact that the knocking still hasn't stopped and the fact that it's noon. That's a little late on a school day. Yeah, now fully awake, I can remember why I was napping. Better not give that excuse to Mutou. Sorry I wasn't in class. I was experimenting sexually with my girlfriend and it tired me out. Yeah, that'll go over well. Well, just call it a scientific experiment and it'll be fine. You're in the science club. I wonder how long this knocking is going to continue. Probably until you answer the door. Usually. Oh, Kenji. How you doing? I'm strangely unsurprised to see Kenji on the other side. Though it appears that Kenji is surprised to see me. What the hell are you doing here, man? Well, I was sleeping. Kenji nods in understanding. Knocked out. I see. I told you to be careful around that Ibarazaki chick, man. This is the sort of thing that happens when you aren't cautious. He makes an attempt to look at the back of my head. Did she hit you with something? Or was it a drug? Well, she hit me with her bum. And, stop trying to touch me. Okay, and a flashlight. Kenji produces a flashlight and shines it in my eyes. Is he a doctor now? You got a concussion? I wasn't knocked out. Maybe you just don't remember. This conversation isn't going anywhere. No, he just had a tiring morning and fell asleep. Whatever, man. If you want to be in denial about this, I guess I can't stop you. But you gotta watch out for that girl, man. She's not safe. What? She's not safe to be around. She's one of their most sinister agents. He looks so mad about that with his beady eyes. If you're not careful, there's no telling what could happen. She's brought down stronger men than you know. What the hell are you talking about? She's not an agent of anything, and she didn't knock me out, okay? I also highly doubt that she's brought down anyone at all. Kenji looks almost offended. I have no idea why. You don't believe me? That's cold, man. Real cold. I'm just trying to look out for you. That's what friends do, you know. And by the way, can I have some money? We're friends? I had no idea. You and me both, Hisao. Then again, I wonder if Kenji knows what being a friend even entails, besides asking for money. I feel something like pity for him, standing there before me. Maybe he does think he's looking out for me. I know. I'm sorry about that. Thanks for the warning. I hold out my hand as a sign of peace. Kenji shakes it gingerly, like my hand could possibly be on fire. Is it? There's an awkward silence for a few seconds before Kenji remembers that he's still shaking my hand. Anyway, I need a favor. What kind of favor? I'm out of money. No, you aren't. You've got money kept in your desk drawer under a black notebook for emergencies. Did you ransack my room? That's not important. Oh, of course it's not. I don't need money anyway. Surprise? He adopts a very serious tone. I'm about to undertake a major op. It'll blow the whole conspiracy wide open if I'm right. But it's dangerous, so I need you to do something for me in case I don't come back. Sure, man. Anything. What the hell is he planning on doing? Should I be telling someone about this? Possibly. If I go missing, wait 3 days and then mail my journal off to the newspapers. There's newspapers? It's hidden in my room under a false bottom in one of my desk drawers. How do I get into your room? I don't have a key. Kenji looks at me like I'm crazy. So pick the lock. You know how to do that, right? That's racist. It's an important skill to learn at a young age. Yeah, of course I know how. I'll be sure to do that for you if you go missing. I don't think I want to read Kenji's journal. Either way, Kenji seems pretty happy that I've agreed to do this thing for him. Where's he going to disappear to? Great, man, great. I'll see you around. I got stuff to do. And he's gone, dashing down the hallway. He made it seem so final. I hope I don't have to carry out his final wishes. Hopefully I never have to see him again. Knowing Kenji's going to do something crazy. Shaking my head, I close my door and walk back to my bed. I guess I should go to class if only to catch the last half of the day. But I've come this far without going to class today. And I did want to read more of that Hawking book Mutou lent me. I'm sure he'll understand. So you decided not to go? I don't even get a choice. Knock, knock again. This time the noise jerks my attention away from my book. An experience not unlike being woken up. Who's there? Me. Aren't you glad? The voice is muffled through the door, but unmistakably Emmy's. I hop up and open the door, smiling broadly. Ah, nice to see you again. And you are? Emmy grins back, staring up at me from her wheelchair. Yeah, you would have seen me earlier, but the damned elevator wasn't working. Had to wait for them to fix it. You'd think they could keep it in better order, but no. I chuckle a bit as her vexed expression invited her in. Aw, man, once you invite them in, then they can just come in whenever they want. You know how it works. She wheels in easily, and with my help, she hops onto my bed. There, much more comfortable than that stupid chair. A sigh of contentment hangs in the air, and for a minute we both just stare at one another. It's at that point that I notice the circles under Emmy's eyes. They're not that dark, but they definitely weren't there before. Before I can ask about them, Emmy fixes me with a mischievous stare. Emmy, what are you thinking? So I couldn't help but notice you weren't at lunch today. In fact, I don't think I saw you at all. What happened, Fell asleep. Actually didn't wake up until lunch, and only then because Kenji woke me up. What had you so tired, huh? Strenuous workout this morning. Slightly uncomfortable too. Emmy coughs, a half-laughing, half-embarrassed noise. Reminded me not to do that again. That was so uncomfortable. No problem. It wasn't exactly great for me either, to be honest. We'll just avoid that from now on. Are you, still sore? Emmy stares at me in disbelief. What? It's a legitimate question. Of all the questions I never thought I'd be asked, that's one of them. Well, I didn't ever expect to have to ask it, so we're even. Emmy laughs at this. I guess so, huh? Well, since you asked, yes, I'm still a little sore. We are never doing that again. No arguments from here. A yawn escapes her and I raise an eyebrow. Tired? Emmy nods sleepily. Haven't slept well. Is it your bum? It's your bum, isn't it? Not sleeping well. I can tell that she didn't mean to tell me this earlier because she gives a little start like she's just been caught lying and hastens to add. It's not a big deal, though. What's the trouble? Your bum causing you problems? Emi shrugs and refuses to elaborate. Stressed over exams? Another shrug, but after a pause, Emi nods hesitantly. Yeah, I guess. Actually, that's why you stopped by. Can you give me all the answers to the problems? She begins to look more and more miserable. Not so you'd notice, of course, but her eyes are on her lap. She's fidgeting and her voice is quiet. Yeah, we need to stop hanging out so much. Huh? Why? Emi takes a deep breath like she's been practicing this. I'm sorry, we've been doing it way too much. We need to just slow down a little. Because you're too much fun to be around. And I can't concentrate when you're near me. With exams coming up soon, I just can't have that distraction. Otherwise, my grades will be pretty lousy, I'm afraid. Or I could help you study. She smiles at me, clearly unhappy with the situation. I'd love it if we could, but we wouldn't actually study, would we? Well, I mean, even now I'm trying to have a conversation with you, but I kind of just want to, not converse. Overwhelmed by my rugged manliness. Oh, I understand. That earns me a grin, at least. Amy shakes her head. Idiot, you're full of yourself. Well, I am pretty irresistible. More or less, I guess. You're just the newest guy here. After I moved on after Kenji. So that's the situation, Hisao. I have too much fun around you, and if I'm going to go into exams prepared, I need to be alone. Hi, that's okay. It really seems to have been bothering her. Besides, it's only a couple weeks and we'll still see each other in the mornings and at lunch. We can just hang out at school, no problem. And after exams, we'll go on a date to celebrate that being over, okay? Amy grins, pleased by this proposal. Yeah, sure, that sounds great. As if to signal the end of the conversation, she leans in and kisses me. The rest of the night is not spent worrying about exams. Oh, really? And what was the rest of the night spent doing? Katawa Shoujo, brought to you in part by American Airlines. It's weird how easily Emmy and I can keep from seeing one another after class now. Actually, I'd venture to say that it's vaguely disturbing. As easily as it would come together, we seem to have split apart without much trouble. Well, I guess that's not exactly true. We've both been pretty bummed after that last night together. And we get to see each other every morning for our runs, and just our runs, I might add. Lunch, too. I especially enjoy lunchtime with her. We have plenty of time to talk about everything outside of school, whereas the morning runs have become increasingly businesslike. I think it's because Emmy wants to make up for our foolery in the storage shed. Your tomfoolery? Or is it just foolery? But no matter how much we joke at lunch, I can't help feeling a little worried about her. She seems distracted more often, and I've caught her fidgeting nervously more than once. Never figured her to be someone who cared that deeply about exams, but they certainly seem to be taking their toll, even though they haven't even started. This is just a run-up to the deep breath before the plunge. Tomorrow the real trials begin. Or the real exams, anyway. As for me, I don't actually feel that worried about exams at all. I'm not sure why. I mean, they're pretty important. My scores here will determine my odds of getting into a good university. Half from Cavalier now could spell doom for my academic career. But going into them, I feel confident that I'll come out the other side okay. Mutou thinks I've got the science examination locked up at any rate. Or, as he says, the last thing that should give you trouble is my exam, Hisao. It's way beneath your talents. Is that so? Then again, it is Mutou who's telling me this. His praise of me carries the veiled implication that anything less than perfect from me would be a disappointment, which has actually caused me to fret more than I should about the exam. Exams can be stressful, if you're not prepared or whatever. It's for that reason that I find myself in the library after class, poring over the textbook. Pretty simple things to look over, some formulas of velocity, a few bits about friction. A walk in the park compared to my dreaded English exam. Never was good with languages. And actually, I liked English. It used to be my favorite subject. And I was okay at math, too. But as I flip through my notes one more time, my mind begins to wander. After these exams are over, things should get easier. Soon we'll be graduated. Then off to college, hopefully. I remember my abortive attempt to find out what Emmy plans to do after high school. She avoided the subject pretty deftly, as I recall. Heck, it seems like just about every time I push too hard, she dances around the subject. Or distracts me through, other means. Like a few days ago at lunch when Rin wasn't around. Heh. What did you do at lunch? Whoa, wait. Was it? Well, I don't know if I was there. Was I there? What'd you do at lunch when Rin wasn't around? Oh, there was one day when Rin didn't show up. Yeah. Anyway. I've done it. I'm startled from my reverie by Yuuko's triumphant shout. Gah. Yuuko seems mortified at my sudden starting. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I just got... And I really wasn't. And it's just that... As she stutters, I move to quickly calm her down before she gets too agitated. Whoa, hey. My words seem ineffective. Yuuko continues to work herself into a complete frenzy. And it's library and I shouldn't be. Easy there, just calm down. And really, I'm setting a bad example and now I'll get fired because I can't do anything right. Yuuko! Shouting seems to work, though I draw the ire of several other students studying in the library. Yuuko snaps to attention like a soldier who's just heard the captain bark an order. Sorry. Calm down, it's okay. You just startled me a little, and it's only because I was daydreaming instead of studying. So really got me back on task. This is a complete lie, but it seems to work. Yuuko takes a deep breath and seems to calm down a little. Well, I wouldn't call it a complete lie. You were kind of thinking about Emmy and stuff. Though she keeps shifting around with nervous energy that seems awfully familiar. So, what's got you so excited anyway? The Yamaku cat burglar. To her credit, Yuuko manages to convey her intense excitement in a whisper. I think I know who it is. I got an anonymous tip as to their identity. So I did some spying and I think the tipster was right. Oh really? And he was just a burglar? Yuuko shuts her mouth, shaking her head decisively. Nope, I can't tell you that. Why not? It's between me and the burglar. I can't risk you warning him that I'm on into his game. He got tipped his hand early in a blowed town. Then I'm left with no perp. When did Yuuko start talking like a hard-boiled detective? I wouldn't warn them. Why would I care? If you got to ask that question, then you don't need to know. That doesn't make any sense, but okay. Congratulations, I guess. Hey, she wanted me to be a spy too. I mean, what's that about? Thanks. Oh, what for? The cat burglar thing. Yuuko nods and smiles appreciatively. So, studying for exams? Well, that was the plan. I'm not having much luck though. Really? Is it because you can't find the book? I'm really sorry. I've been meaning to clean the shelves up for weeks now, but I keep getting distracted. I'm so sorry. Whoa, wait. It's not that. I've got my book right here. To illustrate the point and hopefully calm Yuuko down, I show her the textbook in front of me. My mind just keeps wandering is all. Is it because of the noise in here? I'm trying to be more strict about the noise levels, but I can't bring myself to yell at people. I mean, aren't they allowed loud enough without me throwing my authority around? No, it's not the noise level either, I promise. I'm just... hell, I don't know. Worried about Emmy. Worried about us. Worried about what happens after we graduate. Emmy's been kinda weird lately. What do you mean? Well, you know how we're dating now. I just don't know that we're actually, you know, a couple, or at least I don't know what we are beyond friends. I mean, friends with benefits, sure, but I don't know if we're more than that. Though friends don't normally do the sort of things we do. Physically, we're a couple. Coupling, at least. It's like every time I try to find out more about her, or what she wants to do with her life, she dodges the question. Like the other day, I was talking to her at lunch about some schools I've been looking into, and I asked her, have you looked into any schools lately? She shrugs in response, says no, and when I ask her why not, she says that she doesn't think that far ahead. I asked her why she had that policy, and I suddenly realized what I'm about to start describing and wisely decided to clam up. She what? She changed the subject. Wouldn't talk about it. Maybe it's an uncomfortable subject for her. Or she doesn't think it needs explaining. Yeah, but it's not just that. Every time I try to find out what's been bothering her, she changes the subject too. Like she likes being with me, but not getting close to me. Now that I said it out loud, I feel worse. You could digest this bit of information. You know, it seems to me that you're more serious about this than she is. I can almost feel my stomach twist into a knot. She's right. That's exactly what it seems like. Is that really what's going on? I mean... Sorry, I'm just talking nonsense. You shouldn't take my advice, you barely know me. I'm just a librarian, I'm single, so you can imagine I don't know what I'm talking about. No, I think you have a point. As much as it hurts to even consider it. Yuuko seems to try desperately to find a way to soften the blow somewhat. Look. I'm probably wrong, but if you want to be sure of how obviously wrong I am, maybe you should just talk to her. Get some time alone and just ask about it. And don't let her change the subject either. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Or maybe I should just enjoy what I have. We have fun hanging out after all. And the runs are nice, but the other activities are nice. And talking to her is nice. Do I really need to get closer to her? What I've got right now is pretty good. That's silly. I want to get closer to her. I want to be able to help her out with whatever is bothering her. But maybe I should wait until after exams are over. Maybe she'll brighten up once the stress is past. If she does, then I don't need to worry about it anymore. But if she doesn't, well, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. I thank Yuuko for her advice and head back to my room. Maybe I'll be able to concentrate more on my studies in there. Possibly. Katawa Shoujo, brought to you by Parquet Butter. I leave the room after finishing my final exam and breathe a sigh of relief. As I'd hoped, the exams weren't so bad. I managed to breeze through just about everything but the English final. And even that was acceptable. I wonder how Emmy did. Even more so how she's doing. She looked terrible at lunch today. I mean, she was pretty happy to be out of a wheelchair, but she was so exhausted. Something's been wearing her down, and I'm starting to really doubt that it was just the exams. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was something else. Should I confront her about this, though? My musing is interrupted by a tap on the shoulder. Oh, Mutou. Hey, Hisao. Got a minute? Sure. Yeah, I've got some time. Nowhere important to be or anything like that. Mutou raises an eyebrow as if questioning my statement, then beckons me back into the classroom. I wanted to get some feedback from you if I could. I know that this course wasn't quite up to your level. Don't worry about it. The science club activities more than made up for it. Did they? Well, in fact, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Do you think that it was a worthwhile activity, just for my own reference? Well, yeah, it was a great way to go further than we did in class. It was definitely worthwhile. Mutou seems delighted by my response. That's great. Exactly the sort of thing I was hoping for. You know, Hisao, I'm glad you came here. It's always good to have a student who really gets into the subject you teach. In a way, it makes dealing with the rest of the students more tolerable. You're a bright kid, too. You took to stuff like a duck to water, or some other such simile. Thanks? You were a great help, especially with that college stuff. There's one more thing, Hisao. A bit of advice from one scientist to another. What's that? What does a scientist do? Observe the world around him. Exactly. Good. A simple question, but one that most people can't seem to answer. That's the essence of a scientist, Hisao. We observe what's there and try to figure it out. But what if there's something you can't figure out? What's a scientist to do if he can't observe something? How, for example, can we talk about quarks when nobody's ever actually seen one, or black holes when observing them directly is impossible? Well, scientific equipment's pretty advanced. Mutou irritably waves away my response. No, that's not it at all. Those are tools. I'm trying to give you a philosophy. Think, if you can't observe something directly, then how can you observe it? Guess? How? How would you guess the movement of a quark? What is your guess based on? Of course. I should have thought of it earlier. The things that it affects. Mutou claps his hands together excitedly and whoops. Yes, exactly. Good. Remember that, Hisao. If you can't examine something directly, it's because you're looking at it wrong. You have to look at it differently if you want to uncover the truth, and if it eludes you, then look at what it leaves behind. That is the essence of being a scientist. We never stop looking for the answer, never take anything for granted. Observe, experiment, and observe some more. There's a lot of stuff out there that makes no sense, Hisao. Your job is to get it to make sense. If nothing else, I hope you've learned that here. I think I can remember that. Mutou smiles, satisfied. Good, now go enjoy your time off. You've earned it. I leave the room feeling a little confused. What brought that on? Although, am I going about this thing with Emmy the wrong way? If she won't tell me, then can I go about it some other way? The question keeps spinning in my head even after I made my way back to my room. What if she gets angry about it? Besides, what if it's nothing? If I go in and refuse to leave until she tells me it's wrong or something, won't that come off as clingy? I don't want to start a fight or anything over something like this. Maybe I should just drop the matter and see how she is tomorrow before I do anything. Would it be so bad just to let it go? It's not like we don't enjoy each other's company. But as it sounds, I really want to help her. I don't even know what with her, if there's anything at all she needs help for. But I want to. Suddenly a knock at my door rouses me. Ah, Kenji again. I open it to see Kenji. Oh, it's you. It's me? That's it? If you had any idea what I've been through, what I've done, you'd be happier to see me, dude. I mean, that was some epic you may never see me again shit. And here you're just acting like I went down to the store for some milk. You're a cold man, Hisao. I really respect that. Thanks, I guess. It's smart to play it safe, you know. Don't show any emotion. Keep your cards close to your chest. Unless it's time to show your cards. Or you have bad cards. Or you have bad puppets. Then you should fold or collect your winnings. Do you understand? Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I take it the mission went well? Whoa, awfully nosy you're using it. You can't just go saying things like that. Things are at a delicate stage. One wrong move and bam, the invasion succeeds. I thought you were going to blow the conspiracy wide open. It's bigger than I thought. I need to update my charts. And probably change some of the puppets around. Do you like puppets? Do you like puppets up your butt? Do you want some? I got butt puppets. I got butt puppets for days. You want to help? I got some whiskey from somewhere. You can fill me on and everything your investigation has turned up. Better not. I'm supposed to meet her today. Gotta go do that. Can't raise suspicion. Kenji nods in approval. Still came a bit close to the chest, eh? Okay, man, I respect that. Good luck. Thanks. I'm just gonna pretend, for the sake of my own sanity, that he's wishing me luck in talking to Emmy. And if I squint, that whole card analogy he was talking about works here. Time to lay it all on the table. Or see if I can't get Emmy to do so, rather. With a sense of something approaching purpose I had for Emmy's room. I hop up the stairs leading to her room and knock on her door. Who's there? Huh? That's odd. Her voice sounds a little choked. Somebody choking her? Hi, it's me. Thought I'd stop by. Hisao? Come on in. I reach down to open the door only to find that it's locked. More and more curious. Your door's locked. Oh yeah, sorry. Give me a minute. In a few minutes, Emmy opens the door, grinning. Sorry, I had to put my legs on. I was napping. Despite her grin, there's something definitely off. Emmy's eyes are slightly red, and it looks like she's been crying. Hi, no problem. Are you okay? Huh? Yeah, I'm fine. It's just that you look like you've been crying. Oh yeah, Hisao, you're off to a great start on this one. What? Nah, I'm fine. I'm just happy to see you. She punctuates this with a long kiss that continues as the door slams shut behind us. I know what she wants to do now, and I'm also painfully aware of how badly I want to do it too, but I break the kiss with a wrench of self-control that nearly kills me. Hi, White. Emmy's eyes crinkle in confusion. Huh? Wait for what? We need to talk. Isn't that supposed to be my line? And never a good thing to say? She's got a point. It's usually the lead-in to a breakup. Or the prelude to a fight. Maybe it can be a good thing this time. That's a hope anyway. Uh-huh. Can we at least get onto the bed? It's my first day back on these things, and I'm still readjusting. Plus, the nurse said I should try to be on them less often, since running puts such a strain on them. Can't argue with that. It's a trap, we both know it, and we both don't care. Then again, it's awfully hard to get angry while in bed with the object of your affections, so maybe there's that motivation too. Alright, well, I think I've been recording this for long enough today. So, what do you guys think is going to happen? Can we talk Emmy into talking about what's bothering her? Or will this end in a breakup of some sort? Well, I don't know. So I'll have to wait for next time. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being cool, and I'll see you next time.